everybody, the votes are in. The Oscars are coming back, or they are back. Everybody get a chance to watch the old Oscars? And see some of the Oscar buzz happening about different movies? You guys catch the Oscar buzz out there? Did you guys see the Oscar buzz? The Oscar buzz Lightyear. Yeah, the Oscars are back, and time to have a heart attack, because the Oscars are that good. The Oscars are back, everybody. The Academy's votes are in.
We got the Oscars are back, everybody. Guess what, guys?
Now you're thinking, we got this Ukraine war going on. We got Putin going on. COVID, hopefully on its way out. We got all this stuff going on. Well, guess what, guys? I got news for you. The Oscars matter. Actors are important. Sean Penn is important. The Oscars are important. Look, guys, you might think, I don't really have time to watch the Oscars or think about actors or movies right now. We got the Ukraine war, we got the COVID. Guess what? The Oscars are fucking here. If you have to quit your job, if you're working on a Sunday night or whatever you
guys are doing out there, but guess what? The Oscars are here. They're important. And you know why? Let me tell you
a couple reasons why they're so important, okay?
The Oscars are fucking #1 viewed program ever. Like, everyone watches this shit. Everybody watches the Oscars. Ukraine war, Ukraine s'more. Okay? The Oscars are all everybody's talking about around the water cooler.
What is everybody talking about the next day? Every Monday after the Oscars, what do we got going on? We got everybody standing around by the water cooler. Or the water cooler if you're in South Jersey, okay? For all my South Jersey listeners. And why am I talking about why the Oscars so important? Well, they do the things that we're afraid to do because we're not they're not afraid to stand for something. Okay, we got this. Everybody's talking about the Ukraine war. What about that fucking Oscar? Well, I just want to know. What is the new protest at the Oscars? Every year now, there's been a new controversy at the Oscars. What is it this year? Well, as you can see on my screen here, sound editors plan silent protest at the Oscars over live telecast cuts. So apparently, a bunch of sound designers, engineers, and mixers have signed a petition, okay? They signed a petition. What did you do today? Okay? Well, guess what? These sound designers want to get their little trophies for doing movies, okay? The Ukraine war, I think, can take a little break. Okay, those people in Ukraine, all the people getting shot at, I think they could take a little break today. Because we have sound designers, engineers, and mixers that want to be televised, their awards be televised, okay? They're getting awards. Don't get me wrong, they are going to get awards, apparently. But it's not going to be televised. So you know what they're going to do? Yeah, you'd be afraid to do this, okay? Men in Ukraine going to war to protect their families, putting their lives on the line, they're probably looking at this I wish I had this much courage. If I couldn't do this, as a sound designer, engineer, or mixer, attending the Academy Awards in the United States, a bunch of bullshit golden trophies. Well, guess what? They're not those awards for those people, sound designers, engineers, and mixers, which no one ever thinks about, and they shouldn't. Look. Just mixing a movie, That's just a very basic. You're not even a creative part of it. Why should anybody give a fuck? Who's gonna watch that bullshit? Nobody. Put it on the web or something. Then they can't like protest. They're just. Oh my god, man. This is fucking. I didn't even know this existed, and no one else did ever, and they shouldn't because it's stupid. I know I'm doing a bunch of satire here. I'm being sarcastic, and I had to step out because it's that bad. All you people, all you men that are going to war in Ukraine for your families, you know, to fight for your little children, and just to say goodbye, and you just wave and you walk out of the door knowing you may never see. Most likely you won't see them. You will get shot. I mean, the odds are pretty high that you'll die, probably, right? Well, I want you to just kind of take off your hat and hold your hand to your heart. For all these sound designers, engineers, and mixers that have signed a petition, and guess what they're going to do? Yes. You read this right. The guild members are The guild members are planning on wearing their guild badges upside down as a form of silent protest over the demotion of crafts at the Oscars. Okay? They are making a silent protest. You can't even hear. You know why? Because they don't want the fame from protest. Yes, they do, obviously. It's not a silent protest if everybody now knows about it. And they're like, if you're putting your badge upside down, everybody's going to visibly see that. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, how could they do that? Well, guess what? That's not the only thing they're doing. Men of Ukraine that may die, and anybody else that has actual problems in life. Maybe you lost your job over the pandemic. Maybe you just are having a tough time with the finances. Maybe you just are depressed because it's been a horrible 2 years. Well, guess what? These guys are not only... Okay? I just gotta make a point of this, okay? I'm taking my time to really let this simmer in your head to understand what's going on. Not only are they going to wear their guild badges upside down as a form of silent protest over the demotion of crafts at the Oscars, they are also the winners. Oh, wait, sorry. This weekend, the Oscars may be turned upside down as we see winners from all categories accept their Oscars upside down in a silent show of solidarity with the 8 affected categories that are not being... Let me look at this again. They're not going to be shown on the live broadcast. They're not... And by the way, just to clarify, like, just to step out of the joking I was doing, it's still going to be, I'm pretty sure, they're going to still get awards. So... They're still going to get awards, don't get me wrong, but it's just not going to be shown on the live broadcast, okay? Let me just,
Yeah, as a community of sound artists...
Sound artists? That's not even a...
As a community of sound artists, we respectfully disagree and are opposed to the changes that are being made for the broadcast of the 94th Oscars ceremony, said the group's letter. We all make films together, and we need to focus on what we contribute in common, not what divides us.
Oh, yeah, okay, like, yeah. Yeah, Hollywood doesn't want to focus on what divides us, okay. So, if I see anybody accepting their fucking shit upside down How many people even know it about? Okay, look, all these people signed. This isn't that many when you think about all the like. Look on the credits on one movie, there's a million more than these. So this isn't actually that many. I mean, okay. So there's some of the categories not being presented live are documentary, short, film editing. Well, okay. Sometimes the editors are important, I guess. Oh, there's more than okay. There's music score. Yeah, but I mean, look, the ratings have been going down, and it's like there's more shit going on. I could understand maybe if I don't know. There's every year now. There's a new controversy on the Oscars. Okay, so we had that controversy. Something else that was in the news. I mentioned Sean Penn. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my God, here we go. I'm sure there's going to be more shit that came out because this is fucking ridiculous. So they're calling that bill in Florida the Don't Say Gay bill. And they said, we're going to have a gay night. And it said they yelled gay a bunch of times. Wow. I hate how they're acting like this took guts to do. They're like, they're not shying away from controversy this year. Amy Schumer is hosting. It's like, are you kidding? She's like on board with everything. On every like trendy thing to be upset about, she's like on board with everything. So here's another thing. The Oscars hold a moment of silence for Ukraine. You know what you could do if you really wanted to do that? Wow, look at that. She's wearing a Ukraine ribbon, so that's good. That's going to do something. Ukraine's everybody in Ukraine is being shot at. It's like, oh wait, we got to look at the Oscars. What's Amy Schumer doing? Is she saying gay? That weird bill in the U.S. that we don't give a fuck about? We hate gay. I bet you they don't even have gay rights there yet. Yeah, but I was going to talk about Sean Penn. He said, Sean Penn, in case anybody was wondering, said he's going to destroy his Oscar if they don't allow Zelensky to speak during the Oscars. Now, I haven't seen any news updates saying they did have him speak, so I think Sean Penn's going to have to do it soon. He's going to have to smelt his own Oscar. This is actually really embarrassing because he's the only one that said he's going to do that. And, like, no one else. I even saw Wanda Sykes criticize Amy Schumer's suggestion to have Zelensky speak. Yeah, I barely know that guy's name. Well, I don't know. Is that going to be enough for Sean Penn? That's my question. I mean, is a moment of silence gonna be enough for Sean Penn to not smelt his trophy? Now, Sean Penn is a psycho. He, for some reason, he seems to like thrust himself in the center of everything, every big controversy. I guess apparently in Hurricane Katrina, he took a boat out and was trying to rescue people. Which, hey, that's a good. I mean, that's a good thing. But it's also like, if did he, like, I don't know, broadcast that he did that, or did he tell people? If not, that's a good thing. I'm not gonna really criticize it. But I mean, all this bullshit. I mean, I just feel like Sean Penn heard that Amy Schumer thing that, like, she suggested him to speak on the Oscars, and then he was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to join this. I agree. If we don't let this, if we don't, like, nobody's even saying, like, there's no fight, actually. about this guy speaking or not. There was no controversy, but Sean Penn just saw the Amy Schumer comment and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do something." I mean, honestly, if they really wanted people to pay more attention to Ukraine, just don't do the Oscars. I mean, there's no, like, say, hey, we're going to not air the Oscars and we're going to just, like, I guess give money to Ukraine. I don't know what else you do, but what's going on with the Oscars? That's my question. So, I mean, the Oscars have clearly, they have now become like giving like token people the award. Like I don't even know who this lady is. Ariana DeBose accepts the Best Actress for West Side Story, which is like not a new movie. And I saw it. I saw they gave like a blind actor one. I mean, this is all clearly. They now really want like no woke outrage, and they want to be like celebrated. But I just don't think those type of activists, people like, I've never really seen them say, "This was great." Like, thank you for anything. Like all those people that get upset and outraged on Twitter. Like, when's the last time they went, "Great job, thank you so much for doing what we asked for"? Like, if they did that, I could see trying to get them to, trying to like cater to them, but I've not like never seen that. Some women won. Did any guys win? I'm curious if any guys win. I don't know how long it is either. It might still be going. Actually, I doubt it. I don't know. They're just like, it does seem like they're now looking for protest stuff to like be outraged about and like display on their like, we're going to wear this to show like solidarity with Ukraine. Like, all right, I'm going to just Google. They had a silent salute and they said, guess what they said? You'll never get this. What did they say about Ukraine? They said, we can do more. Like, that's just like one of those phrases everybody says now. We can do more, okay? Just do more. Step down and reflect and do more, okay? Just
do more, okay? Like,
It's really pretty simple. You just step aside, step down, and do more. We can really do more. Okay? Okay? Maybe at the Oscars right now you may be thinking, oh no, another soapbox or maybe another actress. Well, guess what? We can fucking do more. Just do more. Yeah! This doesn't even sound like a girl. It sounds like a sexy baby voice. I'm a sexy baby. So, like, yeah.
is this better? No.
Yeah. So, like, whatever. Like,
What the fuck? I told him to, like, don't call me anymore if you're just gonna treat me like a booty call, whatever.
and he hit me up, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna do this tonight, okay? And
I'm just not even gonna fucking do this.
He texted me and he was like, what are you up to? And I was like, I know what this is about. So I just didn't even, I'm, like, personally, I'm thinking about Ukraine, okay?
God, I'm so sick of people just, fuck, God. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. The only way I get this is if you know someone in Ukraine or you are Ukrainian. That's the only reason You are a loser. This guy, I can't stand this guy. Jason Momoa. I just have seen him say like really stupid shit before. Jamie Lee Curtis wore a pin and wow. I just said like, like I just said like
you know, I did just tell you guys to do more, and looked like someone finally did. Jamie Lee Curtis, why don't you get up here? Everybody give her a standing ovation. She wore a ribbon that says "Stand for Ukraine." Okay? Yeah. I don't know, like,
Any of these actors anymore. I mean, this shit is, there's too many things to virtue signal for anymore. I mean, seriously. Alright, like, I just wear one out. Like, I'll go to the grocery store with a fucking Ukraine flag. I wonder, seriously, if their agents, like, tell them, hey, have you thought about, like, what you're gonna, like, display on your, suit? Like, what do you want to wear? We have the Ukraine thing. COVID. I don't know what you'd wear for COVID, but I guess Ukraine would be the easiest thing to do. So if you would want to go ahead and have the Ukraine symbol. Or like something that says literally like hashtag I support the refugees from Ukraine. Ukrainian refugees. Okay, but fine by me. Okay. I mean, you guys are like sitting there like all Ukrainian men, all Ukrainian citizens out there that have bombs falling overhead and like, you know, Russian shoulders like shooting your loved ones and just like, you know. I know you guys think, oh, you know, I don't know how, you know, I have to like fight for my life and my country. And I have to defend. I may have to go fight because they said all the men can't leave the country. But then you see this. Actors with Ukraine ribbons. And I mean, you know, not everybody can be so courageous. Not everybody can do this. I mean, it even says it here. It's like it says it on this thing. The Academy Awards red carpet is often the first place to see which attendees are using their outfits to make a statement. So right there, it's like, yeah, right there. You know, it's making a statement. You're not doing anything. And it's been going on for so many years now that it really has no effect at all. It's like, maybe at first there was like a few, you know, maybe like when the Vietnam War was going on, like some celebrities had, you know, stuff about that. And that was like kind of a new thing. But now it's just like every fucking Oscars, there's a new cause to wear a ribbon for. Everyone. I remember in like 2016, there was like all the women stuff, and maybe they were wearing like pussy hats to the Oscars. I don't know. I couldn't really find any political statements from the Oscars, but here, guess what? I guess there was. Good news, guys. I mean, I'm really sorry I missed out because this is obviously way funnier than when like Ricky Gervais or somebody or even Chris Rock was on as the host because here we go. Here's some of the examples of the comedy from the Oscars. First of all, there's 3 hosts, okay? Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, and Wanda Sykes. Just all on stage. Why? And I just thought, my theory about why they have 3 hosts that are all women is because they probably were saying, let's get Amy Schumer. And then they're like, oh, wait, then people are going to say, why is there no black host? And then they're going to say, wait, why is there no gay host? So you know what they did? Let's get all 3. They had a regular, not regular, you know, black woman that I assume isn't gay here. And then Wanda Sykes, gay and black. And then Amy Schumer, white. You know, comedian in quotes. And they started it off as a laugh fest. They started off the
laugh fest with a 3-hour telecast. They started off with jokes about gender discrimination, diversity, political divisions, and homophobia. This year, the Academy hired 3 women to host because it's cheaper than hiring one man, Schumer quipped as the comedian welcomed viewers. And then when Wanda Sykes took a shot at Mitch McConnell with a joke about toxic masculinity, another buzz phrase, before they both came. And then they ended the opening monologue with the 3 women chanting, "Gay, gay, gay." Because of the "Don't Say Gay."
Gay bill. They said gay, guys. They, I mean, the ball's on them. I mean, they were not afraid to go there. I know what you guys are thinking. Amy Schumer? I know. She might get canceled. She's a risk taker.
Oh, yeah?
She's a risk taker. Remember when she apologized for being a comedian? Remember this? Remember that? Amy Schumer. In 2015, somebody on Twitter, go figure, was outraged at Amy Schumer. And they said, "I used to date Hispanic guys, but now I prefer consensual." That's an old joke she made. Okay. What was her response? She said, God. She said that the Hispanic joke was written 2 years ago and that she had evolved as an artist since then. I mean, that was 2 years ago. That's not really... I was young and dumb 2 years ago. What you should really say is, yeah, that was just a joke, and this was the intent of the joke or whatever. But to me, Amy Schumer really wasn't clever, so that really was meant to be a racist joke because she really had no, she just isn't a clever comedian. Look at the way she's flipped to political. And I kind of think the same thing about Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler used to be kind of a mean comic, in the same way as Amy Schumer, I think. I haven't really watched Chelsea Handler do stand-up, but, just from her show that she used to have, and, every TV thing she ever used to do used to be very just mean humor. Because she's a bitch, probably. In real life, she's probably just, a mean person. And so she thought that was funny. And now she's just acting like I'm political and I'm if you really want to talk, make fun of white people being the white savior, those are 2 really good examples. I don't know what it is about, white women doing that, but they really, really get into that. They really think they need to be, the person that's I'm going to give an opportunity to President Zelensky, and it's going to be me, Amy Schumer, doing it, okay, on behalf of everyone. And they're all going to thank me.
Amy Schumer for being so brave and so not afraid to go there.
I'm not afraid to
go
man, I'm sick of the Will Smith family just constantly in the news with their weird shit. Look at I hate these type of headlines here. Can we discuss...
Can we discuss Billie Eilish's Oscar performance? This is the actual headline. Stop everything and watch Billie Eilish and whoever's haunting 2022 Oscars performance.
I'm sick of people saying, oh wait, Phineas? What the fuck is that? Sounds like a Lord of the Rings character. This is clearly this is Cosmo magazine. No wonder they talk like that. This is my fault. Can you say stunning much? And then you watch it and oh yeah, it's a song. Can we just talk about the moment that that's funny. That's what I saw in that when Amy Schumer suggested the Ukraine president do a tape thing. There was a bunch of comments those or
I think this is a great idea. It could so be a moment. This could really be a moment.
That is so annoying to talk like that. We really want to make this a moment. You know what else is a moment? Hold on, I forgot to talk about this. The West Side Story actress who is black, Latina, and white is now the first openly queer woman of color to win for. Wait a minute. Oh. Wait a minute. Well, she's definitely not the only. There's, people are just out about it now. There's no way there wasn't ever. And queer, doesn't mean anything. I mean, just doesn't mean anything. I'm just going to look that up because what does being queer mean? Kurt Metzger did this on his podcast and got more confused after he looked it up. All right, this is from, you know what? I'm going to go on Cosmo because I was just on there by accident. Oh, God, this is the... All right, no more Cosmo magazine. What does queer mean? This is from 2020. From them. Oh, I don't know if this is a good source either, but look at this. 9 LGBTQ people explain the word queer. So you have to have 9 people explain what this means. All right, this is from the dictionary at the Cambridge Dictionary. Queer, often offensive. It means gay as an insult. Okay. Yeah, in a Boston kind of way. Not fitting traditional ideas about gender or sexuality, especially the idea that everyone is either male or female, or that people should only have relationships with the actual same. This is confusing. Not fitting traditional ideas about gender or sexuality. I don't know. That's so vague. It just, what does it mean? It doesn't need, it has, so it could be also that you're not gender, conforming. See, this is why, Scribe Light has this problem understanding what this means. He he had that video queering your therapy practice, and the lady never explained what it meant. And I went on a real dictionary, and it just doesn't. There's no definition really if you have all these different meanings. They strongly identify with queer culture is a definition. So that just means I want to be queer. Because I did see a tweet by somebody recently that said, as a queer black man who is also straight, and then he continued, but he said he was queer but also straight. So what does it mean? I mean, yeah, that's what we all growing up. When I grew up, this is what it meant here. Why are you such a queer? Was an insult. Hey, stop acting gay or whatever. It was the same thing. Although I kind of just picture it as a Boston thing. Hey, you queer? What are you, queer? But it also means weird, Or this one. Strange, unusual, or not expected. Oh, man, this is confusing. This is crazy. Anyway, we're going down the rabbit hole here, guys. And you know what the thing is? Yeah, she could just be saying she's queer. I mean, I don't know what, Here's what she said, oh my God, man. Oh, see, what I was talking about. It says producers were reportedly skeptical about taking a political stance at the awards show and wanted to keep the show upbeat while acknowledging the crisis in Ukraine. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I don't really understand that's a problem, And I mean, I just don't really understand what the problem. Like, I think having a moment of silence is fine. I mean, I think they would have done that in any time period. They would have had a moment of silence for, Ukraine or whatever country has a war going on. And I even think my Mila Kunis's thing makes sense. She was born in Ukraine, it says. If somebody like has ties to over there, like why is Jamie Lee Curtis the one wearing a ribbon for Ukraine? I mean, is she taking in refugees into her house? She's a rich celebrity. She probably could. Like, do something. Don't just wear a fucking ribbon. Like, you're a rich celebrity, Here's what we need to have the Oscars. Why? So people look that I have a ribbon for it on. Like, look, if you really don't want to take focus away from Ukraine, then you just don't have the show. And you have, you know what they could have done if they really meant that? Don't do the Oscars and instead air, a special about Ukraine. That's it. I mean, you wouldn't be shown on TV. You wouldn't be winning awards. Maybe you would, off camera. I don't think they would like that, though, because they had their awards upside down. Oh, yeah, Oscars, you're not going to televise me getting an award? Well, I'm going to fucking put it upside down.
I'm gonna fucking put it upside down, bitch.
Oh, you think you got one over on me? Not gonna televise who the assistant to the coffee run guy in Pixar Studios award getting? Well, guess what? I'm gonna put my fucking award or my pin or whatever upside down. You know why? Because this world is upside down right now. It's a statement about how the world is upside down. When you really think about that, this world is upside down, okay?
And I'm actually kind of bummed out that actors didn't do a, really self-righteous speech now. I was actually kind of looking forward to making fun of somebody. I want, another Robert De Niro to go, fuck Trump. Oh, my God. You know how much I wish somebody said that now with Trump not in office? You know how funny that would be?
All right, I thought I was done, but,
Guys, I got a special emergency entertainment update, okay? Everybody, I'm sure by now, everybody's heard about the slap heard around the world. The big Oscar slap. Did everybody hear about the slap heard around the world? Everybody, tonight, starring Will Smith. Get your tickets today. Him and Chris Rock in a cage match. Yeah, I did mention this earlier. But, then, I was up all night. This, I know it's I know what you're thinking, all gossipy entertainment news, gossip bullshit. And it's embarrassing that I was up all night, looking into this news. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't have even looked at the video or cared unless I happened to be watching this live stream by Ethan Van Sciver. He's a comic book guy. He's been on Kurt Metzger's podcast, and they were talking about this, and then they played these unedited videos, which I'm surprised they're still up. I thought by the next day it would be just taken down, so I'm glad that okay. The sound was weird there for a second. Yeah, I guess I did get pretty interested in this. I was looking this up all night because the video of this happening was really crazy. And I wonder if I can find that. I don't know. Who cares? You guys have probably heard of it by now, but it looks like Will Smith apologized to Chris Rock, which is good. I mean, it was just such a lame joke. Like G.I. Jane 2. Yay, wow. How dare he? I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, the reason I wanted to talk about this was because just all the hypocrisy like this exposes. Like, there's so many narratives that this, like, you know, goes against, okay? Like, yeah, okay, she has or had alopecia. I mean, okay. I mean, a lot of black women wear wigs. Like, that's not a thing, a big deal, I would think. And then, the thing, like, I'm really bothered by the fact that, like, some people, like praised Will Smith for this. Like, people that there was a couple congresswomen, and then they deleted it. And I mean, this is just like a scary sign. I mean, first of all, like, this is just like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. I don't mean to make fun of this look, but I don't understand. Like, to me, like, if you're only like, I'm never gonna wear a wig, I'm never gonna do anything, okay? And then if somebody says anything about your look, then you're gonna get really, like, offended. Chris Rock is a comedian. He's trying to make jokes, like, and he even said, like, oh, did you guys get offended? Like, the audience groaned or something a little bit, I guess. It was such a tame joke, like. And I mean, I'm glad Chris Rock didn't apologize yet, because the response he got was a slap in the face, like, he went on stage. And I don't know if he knew about this alopecia, but who cares? I mean, just like it seemed to me like it was an off the cuff, like, not like an improv like comment that Chris did. And he probably didn't think much of it. And I could tell his expression, like, some people are saying this is fake because he looked like he was flinching and he was, like, kind of smiling at first. I think that's because he thought Will Smith was going up to like do a bit or something. Like, I really don't think he was at all expecting this. I definitely don't think it's fake. I mean, saying these kind of things are fake when it's clearly not fake is, like, to me, it kind of undermines every other conspiracy theory. These people that say, oh, it's a conspiracy, it's a setup, everything's fake. It's like, there's people like that think everything is fake, And it just doesn't make any sense. Like, and this is funny that she tweeted, teachable moment. You're not allowed to joke about a black woman's hair. This goes against every feminist thing they talk about. This goes against everything. Like, okay, now the man has to stand up for the woman. The woman can't sit there and take a joke. If the woman looks upset, you have to go and physically attack someone. And then for them to, honestly, like, she should have come out with a statement, not just Will, because she's the one that got upset and she's the reason he did it. And, like, he's the one that's apologizing. I mean, he should, because it wasn't like he, it would really annoy me. Some people were saying, like, oh, he should have, like, said something off stage, like, how dare you, or something. Like, this, like he's protesting the joke or something. That would have really bothered me. But I think this is kind of, honestly, like, oh, look at this. Everybody's trying to make a big deal out of this now.
The Oscars fuse was a missed opportunity to educate public. It was a missed opportunity to educate the public, say women with alopecia. Yeah, not only
women get alopecia. When is the last time you've seen any man make a stink about getting alopecia? Like, never. They're acting like she had breast cancer. And I could understand that. But then it's like, yes, men get cancer. They don't. Anyway, like men go bald without having alopecia. No one. I mean, all alopecia is you lose your hair. And if a man would like get that offended at a joke like about him being bald, can you imagine? I mean, or like just any other actor, like Will Smith. I think it was shocking because everybody sees him at this like likable, like middle of the road, really likable guy, like really nice guy. And he's clearly so fucked up by his family. I mean, his family is so fucking weird. Like, and you might think this is mean, but look, his kids look fucking weird. Okay, that's number one to me. I've always thought that. His family has always creeped me out for at least a few years now. I've been just like, what is up with Will Smith's family? Look at how fucking weird they look. I guess Jaden, like, looks a little less weird, but, like, they look like they were put through one of those apps that's like, you know, what would your kids look like? And it comes out with a weird Tim and Eric. I know this is mean, but, like, Willow Smith is so weird looking. I mean, just looks like a... It makes sense they were in a movie about After Earth because they look like they were conceived in a lab, okay? I will say they are just odd looking to me. I don't even think they look like either. I guess they look like Will, but I don't really see the Jada. It's just a weird combination that is resulted in their faces. I mean, let's find some images if I can find some good ones. I mean, I'm scared of Jada Pinkett Smith right now. I really think she's like a disaster. Look at how weird she looks. I mean, I guess it's really just Willow that I think looks weird, but well, Jaden looks super weird here, but I mean, what is this? What is this look? Like, what is this? I mean, they're like Scientologists, and I think they're like woke and stuff. I mean, that's another thing. I was wondering if he reacted like this because he, like, because you know what a lot of people say with like any kind of like harassment course. Like I've taken like harassment trainings, and he in his head he might have thought she was harassed or something, like she was verbally attacked. And is he gonna really sit there and not do anything about it? Because he saw the look she gave, and then he pictured, like, I don't know, maybe people in his life that would have said you should have done something. And he just went to, like, the craziest degree to do something. He could have just, like, kissed his wife or done something. Somebody said something like that. I just think he's so fucked up with his family and her fucking weird show that she has, like, that I've, like... As soon as that show came out and some of the shit they talked about, what's it called? I think it's called this. Red Table Talk. It's called that because I'm menstruating, by the way. All right, look, I don't know. Why can't they? I mean, look, I just don't think. I think she might be like a narcissist or something. Like, there's just too much with this family, with her show. The fact that she like brought everything to like her show, like she talked about having sex with apparently her son's friend. Jada Smith, August. Yeah, something August. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Oh man. What a disaster. They should not have ever revealed this in public. That's why he did this. I know a lot of people are saying that. And I didn't want to just go into gossip, whatever. I mean, there was already like red flags with this. Like in 2013, she said, on Facebook, she said, Will and I both do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. That doesn't mean we have an open relationship. That just means we have a grown one. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. You can not call it an open relationship, but what else is it? I'm just sick of the whole like open relationship bullshit. Look, it's a bad idea. Don't like. You are done as a couple if you do an open anything. Oh, we have an open
like relationship, like
We really have like a open relationship. We just like fuck whoever we want. And you know what? It really helps. It helped us.
I mean, look, they were probably about to get divorced. They should have got divorced. If you're gonna do an open relationship, just don't. You have kids. What are you fucking doing? Hey, it's my mommy and daddy, but then mommy's sex guy is coming over. She doesn't even like to call it. That's why she like called it an entanglement or whatever. Like, you know what? Just like cut with all the like justifying bullshit. Like, oh, it doesn't count because I didn't call it cheating. I called it an entanglement or whatever. I let him do whatever he wants, but it's not an open, so he's just cheating then. What does it mean? That doesn't make sense. And he just was holding all this shit in. The fact that it was his son's friend. Man, at first she denied the relationship. She made up a term. Okay, I'm just going to make up. It's called an entanglement when I cheat. It doesn't count. You can tell this is how she's fucking crazy. Is she made up a new word for cheating. Look, when I cheat, it's an entanglement. When he does, he can do whatever he wants because I don't actually like him. I can't even like decipher this Twitter speak. Oh my God, man. And then like, when Will Smith went on the show, he was like all fucked up. I mean, he really clearly had a lot of issues. And it's all her fault. I mean, who is this? Must have been like a show guy. Maybe it's just this is just crazy. I don't know how people think it's fake. When he like yelled like that, it was like so emotional. Like he was so emo. Don't say my wife's name. I mean, and then I saw this article about comedians saying like this is kind of saying that it's okay to go like hit a comedian. And it kind of is like. At first, I didn't know about that, but like when you see the fact that they're not doing anything about this, if it was any other actor, and if he wasn't getting an award, he was getting that award. I think that was part of why they don't want to punish him. But like, I mean, I was just thinking like if Chris Rock wasn't the guy, like if Ricky Gervais was up there, I kind of imagine what would happen is Ricky would have just kept confronting him. And I really wish this happened, actually. At first, I was like, I get why Chris... Like, he handled it perfectly, like... And I think it's because he's friendly with the Smiths or whatever the fuck they're called. God, I can't believe this shit, dude. It would be so uncomfortable in that room. And I wouldn't even really want to go up to Will Smith. Like, if I was his friend after that, I would be like, am I going to get hit next? He, like, flipped the fuck out. He, like, ruined the whole show, actually. I mean, he was supposed to, he won that award. That was supposed to be, like, this big moment. And, the funny thing, I think, is, like, that family, like, clearly has their own narrative about their life. Like, oh, we're like, spiritual. We like, explore cheating. We fuck people. It's really just Jada doing whatever she wants with no, like, thought of the consequences. And then you make fun of her, well, guess what? Somebody's going to get slapped. I can't believe, like, I just feel like any normal woman would have been the one to post something like, I'm sorry about what Will did, or, like, just seem upset that he did that. But instead, like, it seems like that's, like, it's just crazy. They're just such a weird family. Like, look at this. Somebody was playing Will Smith, like, ugh, kissing his son on the lips or whatever in 2013. Normal stuff in Hollywood. And everybody's like, look how fucking weird they look. Like, they are so weird. Like, you could have, like, just a documentary, like a fucking museum dedicated to how weird they are. Like, look at this. Willow is obsessed with snakes, the insider said. Adding that Jaden cuddles with them in bed. They allow pet snakes into their bedrooms. Anyone else should be like, that's not true, that's bullshit. But, I mean, if anybody, like, if QAnon is true, then they are number one, you know, adrenochrome eating people. I mean, they're number one. They're the one that makes me go, maybe the QAnon's not too far off. And I saw, like, Will Smith gained all this weight. I thought it was over quarantine, but it says 2019 here. I mean, they both look like they just aren't quite, like, both their kids, like, look like alien hybrid humans. I mean, I just don't understand. Everything you read about them is crazier than the last thing you read about them, too. Like, so I'm not surprised that their son. I mean, look at their kid here. It looks like he is dying. He's so skinny, he looks like he's dying. I mean, he just seems like a guy that he just holds everything in. He blocks out all public reaction to his family being crazy. And I think when that show was on, I mean, I know the black community is they just aren't into weird shit like that. Like, they would judge them. And I honestly think he could not take any of that criticism. I'm sure he had some inkling of the whole black community probably was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, your family's crazy. How come none of this shit's coming up? Okay, so there was the affair thing, and then there was something taught me. Yeah, this is the thing. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Just that whole show was just, none of it should have been aired in public. Like, okay, this is a quote from Jada Pinkett Smith on that show. My grandmother taught me how to pleasure myself when I was 9. I didn't realize it was that young. Oh my god, man. What the fuck? Like, can you imagine saying this? Like, what? No wonder she's so fucked up. I mean, oh my god. Like, look at this line right here is why Will Smith did that. My grandmother taught me about self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that pleasure was from me. She didn't want me to fall into the hands of a man, and if he gave me pleasure, to think that was him. And she taught me at 9. What? I mean, just the fact, this part. She didn't want me to fall into the hands of a man because if he gave her pleasure, I don't want him to think that was him. What? You know what that means? That, like, what? Will can't do anything for her? And, like, if he does, she wouldn't ever admit it because feminism or whatever the fuck. Man, this is not a normal, like, no, this is just not. Even for Hollywood, this is crazy. I mean, oh my god. This is making me, like, feel sick a little bit.
I can't really imitate her, but I've had a lot of experience with sex toys. It doesn't
really work for her voice. I've had a lot of experience with sex toys. I think by your age, I don't know who she was talking to. Oh, her daughter. Wasn't it her daughter? Oh my God. I think by your age, her daughter listening, I gave myself multiple orgasms first. Oh my. Oh wait, Willow's friend. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, this right here, this article alone is why I'm actually surprised she didn't get into porn or something with this like history. I mean, oh my God, man. And just this image right here is fucking disturbing. It's her daughter on the left and her, I guess, mom on the right, both kissing her on the cheek. Ugh. This really bothering me now. I mean, how do you not think this is gross? I mean, it's one thing to read into everything, like, I don't know. It's easy to read into stuff, like with Tom Hanks and all the allegations about Tom Hanks. Maybe I haven't seen anything really that convinced me of anything about Tom Hanks. But, like, I mean, how do you read this and think this is, I mean, this is so fucked up. Like, the fact that this quote is crazy. I don't want a man to know that, like, he gave me pleasure. What the fuck? How do you go along with this? Like, you're Will Smith. You're an A-list celebrity. I forget. There was a timeline about when they met somewhere. Even if he met her when he was young, like, just divorce, like, break up with her before you have 18 kids or whatever. And I guess I do think, like, look, if you're a guy and you can't stick up for yourself, like, at a certain point, you just really, like, it's your fault. I mean, if you really can't ever get yourself out of this, you're a fucking A-list celebrity. It's just like a Prince Harry. Like, there's all these articles that keep coming out about Prince Harry being miserable. And I just don't think it's a good idea to throw everything away. What are they doing now? Like, they haven't even done a podcast. I think they had like one episode and they signed this deal. Like, I feel the same way, sort of. Well, okay, no, I'm not going to say that because this is really fun. I mean, oh my God, can you imagine? Can you imagine this? How did this not, like, get canceled? This show, for this comment alone, like, we went so far to the, like, progressive end of the spectrum. I mean, this is just not acceptable, okay? I just will say that look, I know people raise their kids how they want to raise their kids, whatever, but, like, talking to her, I mean, okay, this girl's 21. It's Willow's friend. It's her daughter's friend, 21 years old, on the show. I don't care. 21 years old. The fact, and you're talking about how you used to masturbate. I gave myself multiple orgasms, and I was really into it at one point just because I wasn't in it. Oh my God.
I was just really abstaining from men at this point. I actually think I went through kind of an addiction too with it. And then one day I was like, you know what? Enough with this. You're having 5 orgasms a day. Is this fucking...
It's not normal. What girl does that? Like, I know guys probably when they were growing up. But you wouldn't tell your son's friend this. You wouldn't tell your daughter's friend. And another thing is, like, you know what? It's like, if you really hate men this much, just don't expect a guy to, like, why do men put up with this bullshit? I don't ever want a guy to know that he would give me pleasure ever. So I'm going to please myself. I'm going to masturbate with sex toys. And I'm going to tell my daughter's friends about it right in front of her face. What the fuck? They probably, like, don't have friends or something, even though they're rich. They just have their snakes in their bed or whatever. Oh my God, man. I just like the fact that this was on, like, network TV, I think. Oh my god, man. Like, who was watching this and going, yeah, I know, I relate to this? It's like when somebody would have called in on the show Loveline, but they would have been like, wow, that's pretty... That's not a normal... Okay, so they're not going to punish Will Smith at all. I think they should bare minimum just not invite him next time. You don't have to take his award away, because I don't think... I wouldn't be for that, whoever it was that did this. I wouldn't be like, oh, you should take his award away. But look, I mean, he doesn't need to be going to the next fucking, because nobody's gonna make a joke about that family anymore. I guarantee, and they're never gonna get somebody like Ricky Gervais again, because they obviously played it safe with Amy Schumer and all them. I'm thinking they may not do comedy. Like, at this point after this, I think they may just not have a comedian now. Or they'll be like, just don't talk about any... You know what they'll do? They'll say no celebrity talk. Don't talk to anybody in the audience. Okay? The Will Smith family is off limits. If you see them, bow and say, hello, alien race. I don't know what lab you came out of, but you know, I did used to think like she was attractive in like some movies back when she was younger and she had hair and stuff. I mean, she could just be normal, but she's choosing to be. It's one of these people that like is making us. It's a fashion. It's a like. Look, I have alopecia, and I have to have everyone to know that I'm struggling with my alopecia.
If I have alopecia, everyone has to know about it, okay?
I mean, they will if you're bald. They just will. But would a guy do this? No. And the other thing I was thinking is, look, people are so, like, I'm so sick of this fucking bullshit. People that defended Will Smith for this. Even the fucking, Richard Williams, the guy he won the award for, says he spoke out against it. Tiffany Haddish, who I thought I liked before, she's defended Will and said it was beautiful. Like, she's fucking delusional. And I don't know if she's one of these people, but the thing about that is, like, she said it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, oh, a black man has to stand up for his wife. And maybe the world might not like how it went down, but for me, it was the most beautiful thing I ever seen because there's still men out there. Okay, look, pick a thing to believe in. Don't be like, oh, I'm all about the woke stuff. I'm all about the feminist shit. But then, oh, a man better defend his woman. Don't sit there while somebody makes an extremely tame, not even that great of a joke about your, oh, she's bald, G.I. Joe, G.I. Jane too. Wow. Oh, wow, Amy Schumer got like liposuction. I didn't know that. She couldn't lose the weight? All right. This is just... Fuck Amy Schumer with her fucking bullshit. I'm body positive. Oh, wait, I'm going to use liposuction because I need to lose weight. But I'm body... Don't ever... She's such a hypocrite, too, but that's a whole, other thing. Oh, my God. I just can't believe... Like, you know what? I just am going to call it now. This is going to happen more and more. I'm glad most people are really against this. I will say that it's actually kind of surprising that people said it was bad that he did this. Because why? Because just all the double standards with men and women. I mean, if a guy said they had an affair with their daughter's friend, like she did with her son's friend, or I don't know if it was his friend, but like it was his age. If a guy like even had an affair with somebody that young, a 22-year-old, whatever, they'd be slammed. And if it was somebody the family knew and that they invited and he called it an entanglement and he kept trying to justify it, he would be fucking eviscerated. I mean, there's just no... And I mean, as a guy, I think we're just wired. Like, like, I used to think for a while, maybe the, like, male-female roles are just kind of, like, taught by society. Maybe they have a point there. But now I just really think evolution is the thing that's real. Like, we're wired a certain way. That's why nobody can really change. Everybody acts like we can, but then you see this kind of shit happen. Will Smith thinks he, like, had a caveman reaction to that. Like, he said, you know, oh, society thinks I'm a cuck because my wife had an affair. You know, that's why he did it. Like, there's no question about it. Nobody goes, like... And if it wasn't that, and it was really just the fact that she went through alopecia and he can't handle it, like, that by itself is bad. Like, the fact that you... I just can't believe he walked on stage like that. Like, I thought, like, before I saw the article, I was figuring, oh, it's probably like he got an award and then when he was walking off, he, like, slapped him or did something. I thought, or you know what, you would hear about this years ago. You would have heard about this backstage. Like, he could have done that. If he really wanted to, like, punch him, he could have just waited till it was over and just backstage go. Like, but no, he had to make a show. He had to look. I think he really thought that this was going to be like an internet trending, like, good for Will thing. Like, the couple, like, Tiffany here. Like, this is the reaction he was thinking was going to happen, I think. And, you know, Nicki Minaj said the same thing. This is such bullshit. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, you psycho. You can't take a joke and you're a trash, like, this is a trash fucking thing to do. You are, like, the lowest class there is if you want your man to go punch and attack somebody because they made a little joke like that. It'd be one thing if he said something like, your whore wife or something. Then I could see. Just anything like that. I could see if he said something really shitty like that. That was, like, just like calling your wife a slut or whatever. And, I mean, look, he obviously has issues with that. The fact that it's all public. And I have a theory that I think she went ahead and told the world that she cheated with that young guy, and he didn't want that. And he told her not to do it. Because he went on the show, I think, after, and he was like, we've had a lot of arguments about this or whatever. I think he didn't want that to happen, and she's so stubborn. Because, you know, the way she said she doesn't want a guy to know that he can give her pleasure. What the fuck? Psychotic shit is that? That's something you need to know before you marry somebody. Like, if a girl says something like that, just go run away the other direction. I mean, that is fucking psychotic to say. I don't want no man to know. If a guy makes me feel good, I tell myself it was me that did it. So I practiced having orgasms. What fucking, like, crazy shit is that? Like, it sounds like you had sexual, like, I don't even want to go there, but I mean, that's really, the fact that she said my grandma taught me about masturbating, and then she said she did it so young. I mean, you can kind of draw your own conclusions there. I'm not going to say something happened, but that's fucking crazy. And that's kind of like, you know, if you would hear a kid say, imagine you're a teacher and a little kid said, my mom told me that my grandma taught her about sex when she was 9 and masturbating. I think you would probably report that kid and the mom. I mean, that sounds like abuse is going on. And, I mean, there's no need. That is way too young to talk about that to somebody. It's one thing to just, it'll be one thing if she just told her, like, hey, don't rely on men so much. But no, what? Don't ever let a man know. I mean, I don't know what kind of shit her grandmother went through. Holy fuck. You would think something happened for her to be that fucking vindictive against men like that. I mean, that is fucking crazy. Oh my God, man. Just like all this shit that Will has to hear at home. Imagine what he has to put up with. The fact that he did that shows you everything about their home life. Like, okay, my kids sleep with snakes in bed. My wife talks about how she masturbated to her like daughter's friends publicly. And my wife announced to the whole world knows that my wife cheated on a young kid that's younger than my kid right now. You know what? I may hold this in and wait till the Oscars and until somebody says a joke and just slap somebody. That's what I think happened, and we have to quit being in denial about like what makes men upset and what. If you really are like, oh, it's good for a black guy to just don't be so hypocritical. Like, I agree. Like, spouses should stick up for each other. Not if there's a little joke and it's in the Oscars. I mean, and it's like a family friend, I think. Maybe they weren't that close. I don't know. But like, and this is really just makes me think of all the woke shit that like is really teaching people. Like, they want you to think that like women don't need men and women are strong. Well, why did you need Will Smith to go up there and do that then? And why did like these people say good for Will Smith? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Now it's okay to just like, oh, that comedian is shame on Chris Rock. I mean, even Howard Stern commented that it was fucked up that Will Smith, and he even mentioned Harvey Weinstein, saying like, yeah, we just all witnessed the Hollywood machine giving preferential. I'm surprised he said that. Howard Stern is up there now. He's like a Hollywood elite. So I guess I don't know if Will Smith like. All right, you know what too? Like Jada Pinkett Smith, I think probably her narcissism is so much that she really couldn't handle losing hair like that. And her ego needs people to, this really was having cancer to her. Like she must be that vain that like, if somebody makes a joke like my husband better go up there and ruin the Oscars for everybody. This is so fucked up that this exists. She was never in trouble for this. People just said that's weird. That's all that happened. She taught me about self-pleasure at 9 so I wouldn't fall into the hands of a man. What? Did your grandma get molested at 9? Why would she need to tell that at 9 years? What the fuck kind of... Jesus, man. Man, what the fuck? Man, I just love how they act like everybody can relate to this, too. It's like how The View is. Nobody likes The View. They're all crazy. Whoopi Goldberg kind of defended Will Smith, too. She's a fucking lunatic. I mean... Man, I mean, honestly, like, are they, like, Luciferian? I mean, this is so fucked up. Wow. Okay, like, look, yeah, like, nobody's saying don't ever talk about sex with your kids, although why do it? It's like kind of like a pointless activity. It's just weird, but not at 9 years old. I mean, look, I don't know what the fuck was going on in their house, but what the fuck, man? Just in such hypocrisy. I just can't get over the hypocrisy with like, oh, we need the black man. We need the man to go up and slap somebody. But everything else, like, don't let a man know he makes you feel good. Don't let a man like do any. Don't the fuck out of here. Fucking narcissistic drama. Fucking just walking around sad. Will Smith. Like, Jesus Christ, yeah, having a fucking breakdown. I don't know. Anyway, sorry to waste your time on this, but that shit is gonna go down in history, son. Yo, that shit is gonna go down in history, son. Not the world doesn't revolve around your wife's medical condition, okay? I'm glad he apologized to Chris Rock, and I have to admit, like when he, like the clip I saw of his speech when he was like kind of like embarrassed. I just can't imagine doing that at a public. What the fuck, man? Actors are the amount of mental illness in Hollywood, like, and I'm not one to talk about, you know, I'm not like completely normal either, but like not to the level of narcissistic. Like that's a whole different evil thing that Hollywood has in it. Jenna Pinkett Smith has been vocal about her struggles with alopecia. Aww, little widow Jada Smith. Look, it sucks. Any disease like that sucks. Like, but he was acting like his wife had cancer and he mocked the cancer. Hey, nice to see you, Jada. Nice cancer. Like, what would really have justified that? Hey, Will. Yo, hey, Jada. You gonna fuck another fucking young guy, you fucking whore? Oh, hey, Jada, I'm surprised you're here and not having another dick inside you. Like, what would have, like, justified that? If they said that, I would have understood as a man and a husband. Not like I know what it's like to be a husband. But, I mean, I just think everybody talking about how crazy his family is and the fact that she cheated with this young guy, it got to him and he's in denial. And he probably if he goes to therapy, he goes to a Hollywood therapist that just validates everything Jada says. I mean, that leftist shit with just living in a bubble the celebrities probably do. The fact that their kids are sleeping with snakes in their bed shows you that they don't have any naysayers in their circle. There's nobody there to go, it's a little weird, isn't it? I don't know if she should. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't you be like, look, I don't know if she should, like, talk about this in public. There's all kinds of rumors about every celebrity, but, like, why do that to your husband? Why do that to your family? Why act like and try to justify it as a good thing? Yeah, people cheat. I'm not even really judging her for the cheating. Just the fact that she did it publicly and that she doesn't let Will, like, she justifies it and makes up a new term for it. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, fucking evil. God. Get out. Like, Will is clearly miserable in this family. I mean, you're fucking crazy space kids. Well, when we received my kids from the you know, I am a work in progress, he says at the end. I mean, dude, you're like not that young. You're not still, come on. I mean, I will say it's the first thing he's ever done that's bad like this. I just think the woke shit too got to his head. Like, they kind of tell you like I was saying with like the harassment trainings, they tell you, listen, if you see like off-color jokes, if you see people saying things, don't just sit there and let it happen. Silence is violence. I wonder if that was in his head too. Look, Will, silence is violence. You better get up there and slap that. You know?
Slap that shit. Silence is violence, Will. Get up there and ruin the Oscars for your family, bitch. You're just gonna let somebody say your wife's bald?
You gonna let somebody point out your wife's bald right now? I mean, God. But I would like to go ahead and suggest another celebrity do something violent. We already had Alec Baldwin shoot someone on set and deny that he had any. It's a lie. He didn't even say, like, he is just blaming other people. He's a psychopath. Now we have Will Smith not slapping Chris Rock, a comedian. This wasn't like even. You know what's crazy to me was this isn't a political thing. Like, our culture is so divided now, but this wasn't that. So, wait till that happens. I'm sure they're going to ramp up security, though, with the Oscars. It's not going to happen like this again. I can't believe he said, keep my... It's like a Jussie Smollett. It's like, I just picture when Jussie Smollett was, like, yelling at the end of his court case, and he was like, I'm not suicidal. It just reminded me of the emotion Will Smith had. I mean, it's embarrassing in every way possible. And we'll see. Is he going to recover? I'm sure he will be fine. They're not even doing anything about it. This is... I hope they shut the fuck up now and they don't share any more disturbing shit about their family. Like, stop. We don't want to hear about the snakes in the bed anymore. Like, nobody wants to hear that your son or your daughter... We don't want to hear that your grandma talked about masturbating at 9 years old, okay? Or that you have a tribute to Moloch. You have a satanic temple in your backyard. They don't want to hear that you burn an effigy in the treehouse in your backyard. They don't want to hear that you're in a secret, satanic cult or whatever. Come on. Tell us something. You know what? If they would do that, I'd be interested, though. Just come out with the fact that you're worshiping Satan. One of these celebrities has to be. So then we can put the Q people, look, one of them admitted it, so just calm down, okay? Anyway, fuck Chris Rock. I hope he dies and gets killed. But yeah, seriously, hopefully another celeb will go out there and kill somebody or assault somebody again. We're on a good run here. We had Alec Baldwin is in first place with a shooting of someone on set. Accidental, in quotes, shooting of someone. Now we have Will Smith running up in second, going up on stage, slapping a comedian for telling a lame joke about his wife being bald. Third, any takers? Anybody third, going once? Anybody gonna take one? What's gonna happen? Is it gonna be another comedian? Somebody gonna say something about Russia or Ukraine? Somebody gonna... Who's next? What celebrity wants to kill somebody or do something? Got a couple of choices here. You can kill someone. You can slap somebody on an award show. What's next? Are we gonna see it live like we did? It's pretty unique. Thank you, Will Smith, for doing it live. We didn't get to see Alec Baldwin shoot somebody live. So he's kind of inching up to first place because of that fact. We got that all on tape. Alec Baldwin, we didn't get the opportunity to see him shoot the person live. But kudos to both of the celebs for keeping the competition fierce. Who's next? Kanye West gonna do something to Pete Davidson? Somebody else? Any takers? Come on, guys, we're waiting. Anyway, thanks everybody, and yeah. That's the end of the entertainment segment. Yeah.